So, you're running a partner program, right? And I bet you know this feeling. You've poured a ton of resources into it, but the revenue, it's anything but predictable. It's a super common frustration, and today we're going to unpack exactly why that happens and, more importantly, how you can build a partner program that actually finally delivers.
This is the question, isn't it? It's the one that keeps channel leaders and CROs staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m. You've got all these partners, it looks great on paper, but the actual results are sporadic, they're unpredictable. It's a huge source of frustration, but the reason for it might actually surprise you.
Okay, get ready for this because it's a bit of a gut punch. The brutal reality is that fewer than 5% of your partner sellers are actively selling your products. Just let that sink in. The amount of untapped potential there is staggering. The problem isn't that you don't have enough partners, it's that you don't have enough active sellers. And this all leads us right to the heart of the issue, what we call the unpredictable partner program. The root cause isn't a lack of effort from your team or your partners. It's a fundamental flaw in how we've been taught to measure and manage these programs in the first place. You see, for decades, we've been stuck in this old program-centric model. We've been measuring all the wrong things. These vanity metrics, like how many certifications people have or how many times they logged into the portal. But let's be honest, those things don't create a pipeline. The shift we have to make is to a sales-centric model, where we measure what truly matters, actual seller activity and real, genuine customer engagement. And this old way of thinking, well, it creates this huge blind spot. It's a place where all our good intentions, our strategy, and all that partner potential, it just vanishes. We call this the dark funnel. So what is the dark funnel exactly? Think about it. You train your partners, you get them all enabled, and then what? You just wait? Maybe much later, a deal gets registered out of the blue. But everything that happens in between, that's the dark funnel. It's a complete black box where you have absolutely no visibility into whether your strategy is actually being executed out in the field. This quote just absolutely nails the frustrating outcome of this old model. You get a lot of activity, but no real productivity. You have partners on paper, but they aren't acting like a true extension of your sales team. It's pure execution blindness, and believe me, it is costing you a ton of revenue. So let's break down the actual damage here. For channel leaders, it means you can't forecast accurately, you can't prove your ROI. For CROs, it means pipeline volatility, and the channel starts to feel more like a cost center than a growth driver. And with poor attribution, how can you even figure out who your best performers are, let alone try to replicate what they're doing? It's a total systemic failure. Okay, so that's the problem. It's a big one. But don't worry, there is a way out of this mess. It just requires a complete philosophical shift in how you view your entire partner ecosystem. It's time to stop managing programs and start managing production. And this is it. This is the crucial shift. We have to stop asking, how many partners do we have? That's the old question. The new question, the right question, is how many active sellers are out there engaging our target accounts? Honestly, changing that one question changes the entire game. And that brings us to the hero of our story, the active seller. Now, let's be clear. This isn't just any employee at a partner company. Nope, this is a specific person who is trained, equipped, and measured on their ability to execute a joint sales plan and generate real revenue. They are the true production unit of your channel. This visual really shows you the power of that idea. Instead of trying to motivate this big, passive partner organization, you focus your energy on activating a few key individuals. This active seller push creates incredible leverage, turning a handful of engaged people into a massive revenue-generating force. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? A philosophical shift, focusing on active sellers. But how do you actually make it happen? You can't just wish it into existence. You need an operating system, a practical tool that turns this whole philosophy into a repeatable, predictable process. And that tool is the MP3 OS. Think of it as the operating system that's designed to make all of this happen. It moves you away from that old ad hoc relationship-based partnering to something we call structured performance partnering, a system where every single aspect of your partner program is designed, measured, and optimized for results. It's really built on three core pillars. First, there's Planning IQ.
This is where you define what success even looks like, mapping revenue targets to specific sellers and territories. Then you have Production IQ, which gives those sellers the AI-assisted playbooks they need to actually execute the plan. And finally, there's Performance IQ, which provides the real-time data to see what's working, effectively solving that dark funnel problem for good. Let's take a quick look. This is the Planning IQ dashboard. This is where the magic really starts. It's no longer about high-level guesswork. You can see exactly how many active sellers and target accounts you need to hit your number. It transforms your big, scary revenue goal into a clear, mathematical production plan.
And this is your window out of the dark funnel. This is Performance IQ. We're talking 100% visibility. You can track every active seller, see their engagement rates, and monitor their conversions, all in real time. Suddenly, all the storytelling and excuses are replaced with hard, actionable data. This is how you manage performance, not just relationships.
So what happens when you put this all together? Well, you move from a state of total chaos, unpredictable, inefficient, and basically unmeasurable, to a system that is structured, efficient, and, best of all, completely predictable. And the results? They're honestly staggering. By focusing on a smaller number of highly productive active sellers instead of a bloated, passive program, companies are seeing an 81% efficiency gain. Think about that. Doing so much more with so much less. In one case, just 5 active partners produced what 27 were doing before. And here it is, the ultimate bottom line. This isn't just about some small, incremental improvement. We are talking about doubling your partner-sourced revenue growth while simultaneously cutting your program costs in half. That is the very definition of turning your channel into a true profit center. So what's the return on investment for putting a structured system like this in place? Consistently, we see it's over 10 times. And that makes sense, right? Because you're not just buying a tool, you are fundamentally changing the productivity and predictability of your entire partner ecosystem. The end state here is incredibly powerful. Instead of having this loose collection of independent partners all operating in the dark, you have a coordinated, intelligent revenue engine. Every single part is aligned, it's measured, and it's optimized for performance, from the highest level strategy all the way down to a single seller's daily activities.
So we'll leave you with this one final question to think about. Look at your own program. Right now, is it a predictable revenue engine, or is it a cost center that's just operating in the dark? The shift to a structured, seller-focused model is really the only way to ensure it's the former.